Hey guys, I'm so excited to have Rakshay with me, who's the founder and the managing director of Maya Pistola Agave. And today we're going to know the inception and the journey of Pistola. So, welcome Rakshay to the podcast. I'm so excited and thrilled to have you with me. And so let's begin. I want to know a little bit about yourself, your little introduction to the viewers, if you'd like to give, uh, please.
Sure. Siddhant, thank you so much for inviting me to be on your podcast. For all your viewers out there, I'm Rakshay Dhariwal. I'm the founder and managing director of Maya Pistola Agave Pura. And before launching 2 years ago our 100% agave spirit called Pistola, I have been in the events and F&B industry since 2012, where I have started about 21 different restaurants across the country. Brands like PCO, ATM, SAS, Pings, Jamun, PDA, they're all babies of mine. And apart from that, we do India Cocktail Week, which is a large celebration of cocktails. And we're actually bringing it to Kolkata this year as well. And the newest thing that I've done is Maya Pistola Agave Pura, which is a 100% agave spirit made completely here in India.
Oh, lovely. That's so good to hear. Yeah, your journey also so inspiring, Rakshay. I'm so thrilled, and even the viewers are so excited to know a little bit now about Pistola. So let's begin. I wanted to know, how did this concept come into your mind and your team's mind, like about how big the size of the agave spirit market is in India?
Well, today, as of the last year numbers, India did 128,000 cases of
Wow.
agave spirits, or not agave spirits, of just tequila. And that
Okay.
doesn't even count the mezcals or agave pura that we sell. And that doubled from the year before, from 65,000 cases. So it's almost doubled in the past year, and I project huge volumes in the years to come. I think the attractiveness and the beauty of agave spirits is being recognized in India today. This big boom happened in the US in 2020 to 2021, where we saw a 600% growth in
Wow.
mezcal in the US, and India is caught up to that today.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. So there is a lot of things which I want to ask you. So how is tequila different from agave? What is the distinction and the differentiation between the two? And so, people, the consumer market can also understand, what is the difference, the main difference between the two?
So tequila uses blue Weber agave, and each one of the piñas to make tequila, you need to use the heart of the agave, the piña that is grown below the leaves of the agave plant. Each piña of tequila is about 35 to 50 to 60 kilograms. The agave that we use for agave pura is 100 to 200 kilograms, so substantially larger. It does take a lot longer for us to grow agave Americana, what we use in Maya Pistola, and it's the same sort of agave that's used in mezcal. Mezcal can use up to 30 different types of agave species, and tequila can only use blue Weber agave.
Okay.
Our we use agave pura, and we all our spirits are 100% agave and additive free. For tequila, you can use 51% of the sugars that are derived from the agave plant, and 49% of the sugars could be used from any other sugar source, like corn syrup or cane spirit, or anything else, any other sugar source. But we use all unadulterated 100% agave spirit.
So, tell me something, Raksha. So, what do you think, like the popularity of agave spirit in India, what is like, if you have to describe it, or is it growing by the year, or if you have to describe something on that, what would your take be?
Forget the year, it's growing by the minute, by the second.
Oh, are
It
you
is,
serious?
it
Wow.
is, it is the hottest spirit category in India today. And if you look at it, people that used to consume single malts today,
Right.
they're just consuming agave spirits. And that's part of the reason why I chose to get into it, apart from the fact that, I absolutely love the spirit and have quite large amount of information and stuff about it. And I'm here just to spread the awareness, on why this is such a great spirit to consume.
So if you had to say, what would be your, so now how many flavors or variants are there of Pistola in the Indian market? And if you have to tell me what are the best USPs of the spirit, or what would you categorize the best flavor of the spirit? And what are the food offerings or the food one can have with that spirit?
So in Pistola, we've got five main variants. We've got a joven, which means young in Spanish, which is a blend of mainly our blanco or unaged spirit and some of our aged expression. That's at 38% ABV. And that pairs very well with different kinds of fish. With baked tea, you can, use baked tea very well for pairing, and you could just sear it, a little bit of lemon, salt, a little bit of spices, or you could even savor it in curries. Next, we have the reposado, which is aged for on average 6 months in ex-bourbon and new American white oak casks. And the spirit is produced at 40% ABV. And for this, a chicken tikka could go very well.
Got it.
You could use it in a lot of spicy food because it's got an inherent sweetness because of the aging in ex-bourbon barrels. For our añejo, that's also at 40% ABV. That has been aged for, on average, about 14 to 15 months.
Okay.
And that, uses all virgin American white oak. All of the casks that we use are 200-liter casks. We have another expression that uses a 225-liter cask, which actually uses French oak instead of American white oak. And this used to contain ex Cabernet Sauvignon wine. So it's a Rosa variant. And the ABV on this is 37.5. And for this, again, I would go with a salmon or tuna as a pairing. In terms of moving along to our extra añejo, this is at 48% ABV, so it's quite strong. 20% stronger on average to all everything else out there. And this, pairs brilliantly with desserts. Its inherent sweetness and the strength of the liquid, is best savored for after dinner when you want to just sit back. You can drink it like you drink a cognac, and I would drink it just neat.
You know what? I'm actually so excited because, me living in Calcutta, whenever I get an invite from Pistola, because I get excited to see the uniqueness and the different events that you'll do. And, Calcutta, suddenly I've seen, it's growing, and probably all the best bars, you're already present in Calcutta. And it's so good to see that. And even the kind of events which is being held in Calcutta, it's truly, truly kudos to you and your team who's putting in so much good effort and building the market. But yeah, it's truly amazing to see that as well. So yeah. So
Yeah,
Rakshay,
Calcutta is a fantastic market, and a lot of our consumers in Calcutta actually
right,
drink the Reposado with Perrier. Just our Pistola Reposado, Perrier, and ice. And that seems to be the drink of choice in Calcutta. And for people who want a little bit more mixology, they're opting for our Pistola Picante, which is a unique recipe of ours that we'd love to share with as many people as possible. And yeah, it's the spiciness of the picante really plays well with people in Calcutta and West Bengal who like things a little bit spicier.
Have you been to Calcutta? Did you ever get a chance to come to Calcutta?
Many times. In fact, I've got a restaurant in Calcutta, Ping's Cafe Orient,
All right.
in on Middleton Row,
Right.
and I had a SAS there, which
Okay.
shut down about a year and a half ago, and I'm relaunching ATM, which is a private members supper club concept.
Oh, lovely.
That yeah, that should launch in about a month and a half.
Oh, lovely. Also, I want to know, like, you have so many award-winning restaurants and bars. What is your vision forward, with these restaurants and bars? Like, what do you see yourself in, like, probably 3 years' time or 5 years' time down the line? Or what is the vision of Rakshay? Like, what do you look at in terms of where your expansion you're wanting, in your own mindset that you would like to reach there?
So, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I would like to open some restaurants abroad. But every time I see that, get a little sidetracked with more and more expansion within India because our market is just so robust. It is such a great growing market. We've got a great name. And yeah, so every time I think, okay, in 5 years, I'm going to have a few restaurants abroad in maybe a Bangkok or a Singapore or abroad anywhere or Dubai or wherever, I get bogged down and I start building out restaurants in a place like Hyderabad or Calcutta and things like that. So yeah, I like to say, yeah, we'll our restaurants will go abroad, but for now I'm just taking Pistola abroad.
Right, right. Also, I want to know, what do you see like the beverage industry in India? Where do you see the forecast, and you think it's growing popularity wise? What is your take on the beverage industry in India?
Over the last 12 years, I've seen it expand rapidly. I mean, today, the cocktails coming out of India are second to no one in the world. The kind of mixology, the kind of techniques that our bar teams in India know, the kind of flavors, the balance of their cocktails. I really think that India is not as celebrated in terms of our abilities when it comes to cocktails as a lot of the countries abroad. And that saddens me. That was part of the reason why we set up India Cocktail Week, was to get international eyeballs to India to showcase the creativity of our bar teams in India.
Okay. So if I had to ask you, Raksha, what is your favorite cocktail? What would you say? Like, what is suppose, like, is it like does it keep changing, or you stick to the same cocktail every time, or how does it go with you?
it it changes daily, to be
Okay.
honest. It all depends because there's such a wide variety of
Right.
things you can drink, but today, if you ask me what I'm going to drink tonight, it is Friday night. I'll be drinking Pistola Reposado Old Fashions.
Okay. Lovely. Also, if I want to ask you about the price points, a little bit about the Pistola price points as compared to the other brands, what would you say? Like, what kind of price points do you think is good, like, for Pistola? You think, is it like a good Indian market, covers the entire Indian market with the price points also, which you'll have?
It's a pretty niche price point. It is on the slightly more expensive side. In West
Okay.
Bengal, our bottle costs 4,110 rupees.
Okay.
But that is still considerably less than a lot of the other 100% agave spirits who we, in blind tastings and in awards we've beaten. And, some of them are up to 5 times the price point of what we are. And it's just so it makes us feel so much validation that comes through when we know that we're delivering such a high quality product at the price points that we are, that very few people after tasting it actually say, oh, that's expensive. Most of them actually say, wow, that's actually a great price for the quality of liquid that I'm drinking.
Okay. Also, that I'm looking forward. Actually, I'm going on a trip next month. I'm going to go to Goa. I'm going to Thailand. So I'll be looking forward to viewing your brand and trying some amazing cocktails. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Rakshay, for giving so much time. It is such a nice, candid chat with you, and at least people now know the difference between a agave spirit and a tequila, and your vision forward. So it's been truly inspiring and amazing conversation with you. And if you had to give one advice from your side to the viewers, what would it be?
Just whenever you drink tequila, please do not drink it with salt and lime. It is not meant for that. Drink it neat. If you want to take a shot with it, take a orange slice, pour some cinnamon powder on top. That is 100 times better than salt and nimbu and lemon. So yeah, that's the best piece of advice I could give. That being said, I like to just drink it on the rocks.
All right, I'll also try that now. Thank you so
Please
much,
do.
Rakshay. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks once again.
Thanks, Siddhant. Thank you
Bye.
so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.